Hello. Welcome back to Blue Wolf Cast. We are here. Um, Today's video. Whoa, camera almost fell. There we go. We are here, and I'm so happy to be in front of you all. And I am excited to share this news with you all. Well, actually, I don't even know what's going to happen. I'm about to call the sperm bank now to see if my swimmers survive. Yeah, so stay tuned to find out if I'm about to make the call right now to see if they survived. Kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. This is going to let me know if I have to redrop starting over. There's 5 drops that's needed to be done. If you don't know about the sperm banking, check out my other videos. I'm gonna make it real quick. You need 5 drops to ensure a pregnancy, meaning like 5 ejaculations in the office, and they test each one to make sure your sperm survive the freezing process. So that's what I'm about to call and see if my first drop survived that freezing process. Am I nervous? No. I'm a pretty healthy individual, but at the same time, you just never know. This is something new. Let me not say you never know, because you probably do know. But at the same time, I want to call them to clarify if we all good with the first drop. So I'm about to call them. I have a couple questions about why the donor sperm was in liquid and the other one was more in like liquid nitrogen. So I gotta figure out. I that's been on my mind, because after, I don't know if y'all seen the previous video about the tour of sperm bank. If y'all seen that big pot, she stated that was for the donor sperm, but I'm like, why theirs in liquid and ours in like more of like that smoky freezer type of setting, the liquid nitrogen. So I'm gonna ask that question while I have Carol on the phone. So I'm about to call Carol. I'm supposing, I don't know, I'm asking her what's her title there, because I know the other one was a phlebotomy, and she kind of like walked me through the office. The first lady you've seen, the taller lady who showed me the office and things like that. Remember, you can check that out in my previous video, which is sperm bank tour. You kind of get the insight of what I'm talking about with that. So let's not hold you up. I want to call them and see. Okay, so I'm about to put them on the phone. Just find out if we have swimmers. See if the sperms are swimming, so we can drop again. If so, I'm gonna go Wednesday, because they want to wait into 3 days for ejaculation. So Wednesday would be like the 3rd day for me, to ensure the healthiest sperm. So they don't want you to do less than 3 days or more than 3 days. They want you to be in that medium. So Wednesday would be the day for me. So I'm gonna go in Wednesday if all goes well, and drop again. So let me go ahead, and there is a fee every time you drop. And drop meaning ejaculating in the cup, where they can go ahead and proceed with putting your sperm in a test tube. Yes, test tube babies. Proud to be a part of it. Another thing, I want to know how many tubes did they get out of my first ejaculation. Did they get 1 vial? Did they get 2? Did they get 3? Did they get 4? I don't even know that, so we're gonna find that out too, to see how many vials they actually got in the test vials. I like to look this way. I feel like I look better when I look this way on camera. So whenever, I don't know if you ever talk and you kind of like look the opposite way. I don't want to ever look over to my right. I like to look over to my left on camera. I don't know, it shows up better. I just want to share that little fun fact. So whenever you all are doing video, taking pictures, find your spot. What makes you look most confident in the videos and pictures that you take. I'm learning that the more and more I do this, the more and more I'm learning camera positions and things like that. So it's really exciting. Remember to subscribe for more information. This is going to be a journey of Blue Wolf cast. Cast meaning a light that's being cast where you can visually see, and that's kind of like what video is. Some people call it a cast on a set, the cast of the movie, things like that. I like to stay into the realm of I'm my own cast member, or if I bring someone on, they are part of this Blue Wolf movement. Once again, my name is Blue Wolf. It is part of my name. First name is intrinsic. Remember, just my name is Blue Wolf though. That's all you really need to know to remember. I feel like it's very easy to remember, Blue Wolf. And for those who don't know, Blue is my middle name and Wolf is my legal last name. That is my mother's side of the family last name, which was given to me. My dad's last name, which is Blue, which was given to me as a middle name. So I go as Blue Wolf. Yeah, a little insight. Maybe I'll do a video on that of the meaning of the name itself. Comment below if y'all want to hear more about that. But let's go ahead and call the sperm bank. I gotta remember their name. Carol. So we gotta call Carol and see how the sperm did. So let's go and call right now before they had to leave the office. That's enough. So let's go ahead and call them. Okay, I'm not nervous, but I'm excited. It's just another task to do, you know. It's just something that needs to be done. So let's go ahead and get this out the way. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Yes, is this Carol?
No. Should you speak with her?
Yes. So this is Intrinsic. I'm calling in to find out the results about the swimmers and see how they froze and unthawed.
Sure. Hold on 1 second, please.
Thank you. The swimmers.
Hi, Intrinsic. It's Kara. How are you?
Hey, Kara. I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. Debbie said you were calling for your results.
Yes.
It did really well, actually. You have a really good quality specimen. So your sperm count was 80 million per ml. Anything above 40 million is in the normal range for insemination purposes. So
Whoa.
80 million is a really good sperm count. Before we did anything to it, 70% of them were alive and moving, which you're always going to have some dead sperm in the specimen because as the new sperm are being produced, the older sperm in the specimen are dying off. So anything above 50 to 55% motility is considered to be in the normal range. So 70% is good motility. After freezing, it dropped down to 60% that were still alive and moving, which on average, usually around 10% die in the freezing process. So you lost just that average of 10%, so that's good. They started out moving at a quick velocity of 45 micrometers per second. Anything above 40 micrometers per second is considered to be normal. So 45 is a quick velocity, and they were moving at 43. I'm sorry.
No, I was saying quick. I was repeating you.
Yeah, they were moving quickly, which is good. That's what you want to see. And after the freezing, they were still moving at a quick velocity of 43 micrometers per second. So it didn't really change much velocity-wise in the freezing. So you ended up with a count of 80 million. 60% of them were alive and moving after the freeze, and they were moving at a quick velocity of 43 micrometers per second. And we got 4 vials from the one time in.
4 vials,
so that's
nice.
Good, 4, yeah. So that's also good. You know, on average we get around 2 to 3, and you got 4. So you can't ask for much better than that.
Okay, awesome. I'm so excited. I'm like over here cheering. Now, does that lower my amounts of coming in to ejaculate? Does that kind of
Well, it's up to you. On average, we recommend having like a minimum of 15 vials, thinking in terms of just one pregnancy.
Okay,
so
15.
It just depends on how many you want to store. But you can go as each specimen is going to vary from one to the next. That's why we do an analysis on each one.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, they're not all going to be identical. So you may get 4 from this one, but you may get only 3 from the next one, or you may get 5 from the next one. You know, it just varies depending on the quality and the quantity of the specimen. So, you know, you can decide as you're going along, and if you get to a point where you're like, oh yeah, I think I have enough, then
Mm-hmm.
you can you can decide at that point. I mean, we never know the fertility status of the woman that's going to be inseminated, so it's
Yeah.
hard to tell how long it's going to take her to get pregnant. But on average, it takes 4 to 6 cycles, and we usually think of using 2 vials per each time that they do a cycle of inseminations. Right? Most doctors will try to blanket the ovulation time and inseminate 2 days in a row. And so if they do that, you're thinking with 6 cycles, that would be about 12 vials. But if it takes a little bit longer, that's why we usually recommend having about 15. But it's up to you as to how many or how few you want to bank.
Awesome, awesome. Well, I'm so excited. Can I come in Wednesday and bank?
Sure. What time are you thinking on Wednesday?
Okay, let me go ahead and just make sure my schedule is clear for Wednesday. I want to say it is. So Wednesday is the 8th. Okay. What times do you have available?
Did you want morning or afternoon?
Probably afternoon. Get my day started.
Like 1:30 or 2 o'clock?
Okay, let me just go ahead and check that on my end. So that is Wednesday the 8th. Thursday, Monday, Tuesday. Okay, yeah, I'm free. So you said what time? 1:30?
1:30?
1:30 it is.
All right. And so you won't need to hold your bladder again. That was just for that first visit to get the urine for the chlamydia and gonorrhea. So this time, just abstain from an ejaculate we recommend 72 hours is optimal, 48 is the minimum that we would recommend. Avoid alcohol, cold and allergy medicine, and prescription pain medication for at least 48 hours prior to your appointment time, and you should be good to go.
Okay, what was the minimum again? You said 48 hours and minimum?
48 hours for the avoiding of the alcohol, cold and allergy medicines, and prescription pain medication, and 72 hours is optimal for abstaining from an ejaculate.
Okay, ejaculate. All right, got it. And one last question. When you was doing the tour and I seen the big container with the donor sperm and they was like in a liquid form, what's the difference with that? Because that's been on my mind. Why were they in a liquid?
Well, no, they're all in a liquid form. So the liquid nitrogen is what the specimen is stored in. So liquid nitrogen is kind of like dry ice, but the liquid form of it. And so your specimens are stored in the same thing. It's just a different type of tank. So the ones that you saw, the donor specimens, they're clipped on a metal cane, and they're more accessible because we're in that tank pulling donor specimens for patients and shipping them all over, on a daily basis. So we keep them stored on those canes where we can just pull them up and pull a specimen very quickly. Your specimens go down into a deep storage, which is those boxes that I was showing you, and they slide into those metal racking systems. But so only the method of storage is different as far as the boxes versus the canes, but they're all stored in liquid nitrogen.
Okay, so the boxes get immersed in liquid?
Yeah, they're submerged in the liquid itself. So by taking the lid off the tank, it doesn't fluctuate the temperature of the vials because they're submerged under the liquid level itself at all times.
Okay.
And it's just a deeper storage unit. It's just for people, these people that are banking usually aren't going to use them within the next year or so. So we put them down in deep storage, which is what we call it. And so those boxes stay submerged in we're not getting into those tanks as often as we are like the donor tank where we're pulling different specimens up and shipping them all the time and so forth. So your specimens are just stored in a different container type of storage, but it's the same type of tank. The tanks themselves are like a liquid nitrogen vessel, the same thing. They're just different shapes and hold different numbers of specimens, but they're not different as far as any other way.
Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, I just wanted to know what was the difference of that. But yeah, so I'll see you all Wednesday at 1:30. This is exciting news. When would I know my blood work? And
the blood work has not even gone out yet. We were probably going to send it out this week early, so it'll probably be towards the end of the week before we get the results out. We usually try to wait until we have a few patients and we ship them all at once. It's frozen right now in the freezer, and we'll ship it out. So we should have those results by the end of the week.
Okay, end of the week. All right. Thank you. And I'll see you on
welcome.
Wednesday at 1:30. Thank you so much. Enjoy this wonderful day.
All right. You too.
Bye
Bye-bye.
now. The average swimmer, she said, was like 30 or 40 or 20 or something like that. And I'm at 8 billion or something, she said, or something like that. She said, and they're swimming fast. She got 4 valves. She recommends 15. So we may not even need to do the five times if I continue to get a load of 4 valves. Because that'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I might can get it done in 4 sessions. But we'll have to see. We will have to see. That was the results. There's nothing else that needs to be said. I'm going to go celebrate. I am so thrilled. I am so excited. I have to go and I'm doing my taxes past the date. I'm getting a fine. You know, they always fine you if you go past the 15th. I'm fine with that. I didn't want to rush and do my taxes, but I'm filing 2023 taxes now. So I have to go meet with my tax preparer and get that done. So I have to go moving right now to the office to meet with my tax preparer. But I'm about to go celebrate. I'm about to call my mom and let them know we have the babies in the freezer and we are so happy and so excited, and we got 4 vials, and I am so just so grateful. Did you see me show you my tattoo, the 8, and it's just like in line with how many? Oh my, oh my. I am just so I'm does anything else need to be said? I encourage anyone out there, if you are planning on having children, if you're taking any type of medicine that lower your sperm count, if you are worried about getting older and not able to proceed to have a high sperm count, bank your sperm now. If you can afford it and this is something that's accessible to you, but I highly recommend it. For me, I'm going to be on estrogen, like I mentioned before, that the estrogen is going to lower my sperm count, and I do not want any complication in the future. So yes, bank our sperm now and have those healthy swimmers. So when we're ready to have a person be conceived with our child, we are able to do so with no issues at all. I love you all because I love myself. Enjoy. Remember, comment, like, and subscribe for more content because more is coming very soon. Remember, again, I love you all because I love myself. Bye now.